Hi, I am Sedoo Manu. I work with Kalliopeia Foundation. I'm here with Killen, Hannah, Erica, Deshauna, Melina from Chicago Eco House, Roots to Bloom project. We are standing here on Elmina Slave Castle in Cape Coast, Ghana.
My name is Melina. My name is Shauna.
You just visited the Elmina Slave Castle and did a flower arrangement and laid it. And of course, you had a tour of the slave castle as well and other sites in West Africa. What are you feeling in this moment?
Disgusted by how they treat people, and that is way worse than how school frames it to be.
For me, I would say the same, but a little bit of positivity with our floral piece. I like how with this piece, it wasn't really focused on all the bad. We symbolized victory. And I like how we incorporated ourselves into this piece also in our journey on this trip and everything that we've learned. And I like how we're going out showing respect and showing that we see them and we appreciate what they've done for us to be able to come in and leave freely.
And by they, you're referring to the ancestors?
Yes.
So, Melina, what story are your flowers telling?
Basically, that it was bad signs, but now it's good signs because of our ancestors, that they went through all that stuff to bring freedom to generations beyond them. And now we get to feel what they fought for.
The most important part that's what our flowers are telling for me is really the white that's sticking out in almost every floral piece we did.
Yeah.
It's symbolized hope, souls that were lost, and now victory. We got a lot of red that symbolized like the bloodshed and all the bad things that happened.
Say something to young people your age and your generation about the experience you've had for the last 2 weeks. What would you say to them?
That the stuff that we see around us on a daily basis, some people don't have. Their normal is crazy to us, and our normal is crazy to them. So be very appreciative to what you have, and when you travel, have an open mind, because the way people do things in different countries is not the way you would do something.
I would say the same thing. Just have an open mind when traveling. And for me, if I had a choice to redo it over again, I would almost feel obligated to do it. The ancestors and what they did for me to be here. This trip went on. We've seen a lot of people come here, but they were like way older than us. And us being young to have this opportunity is very special. So I would encourage more people my age to get into places and situations there. They can take them this far, and so they can be appreciative of what we have now.
And that not to only go traveling for fun, but to go traveling to learn history. History doesn't stop when you're in school. It only just begins, basically. And like Deshauna said, we saw a lot of old people, and the only young people we saw was the people that lived in the places we went. So basically, push yourself into doing things so you'll be able to experience and look back on it and be able to tell your great grandkids all the stuff you experienced.
So next, I want to ask a question about the earth. In the journey you've had so far, changed your view of the earth or your relationship with the earth?
For sure. I've always been a nature person, but I'm also an anxious person. So I thought about traveling in Chicago, but I'm nervous and stuff like that. But this trip is making me want to explore things I've never thought about exploring before. I've always been into nature, but I've never really pursued it because I was so closed-minded. But because of this trip and this opportunity, I'm already planning stuff now to go camping and to visit nature more. And I have a more deeper meaning with flowers because of the reasons we use the flowers here today and the other times we have made headbands and arrangements.
Yeah, it definitely changed how I see the earth, because just staying in Chicago for a long time, and I've been on trips but I never been this far out or just went this far. Kind of makes you feel like you're in a box, but when you finally go out, it makes you appreciate things more. Like, you don't always have to go outside to find something fun to do. Like on this trip, we're by like a lot of water, like ocean and the palm trees, and that itself is just peaceful. And I really think it's really beautiful just looking around. And when we're on the boat ride and looking at the houses and the children's on the boat and them going to school, it's just very beautiful to see.
And one more thing is that I've noticed that in Chicago, we don't have a lot of trees. And everywhere we went had different variations of trees. And I'm not like a tree expert, but I really like seeing trees. And like when I see the kids in Chicago, they're like entertaining themselves. Everything we have is very easy to get. And over here, when I see the people, they're working for what they're getting. We went to a restaurant and we were able to get a fish fresh from the ocean. We won't be able to do that in Chicago. We have to go far out to do such things like that. That just lets you know that their normal day would be a hard day for people like me in Chicago. So I'm taking a really big, different approach to things now, and I'm more grateful than I've ever been, basically.
Do you think that the earth helps us remember our ancestors, and how?
Yeah, I definitely would say Earth help us remember, because around everything we do and everything around us is created by someone. You know, from the light, from the ground, just everything around us, even the clothes we wear are created from someone. So it's like I don't think we think about that and appreciate that enough, that someone took time out of their day to create these things for us, and we kind of just use them like everyday items, but we don't really think about how much time, the history behind everything. So I think every day since this trip we've been out, and even when we went to the tribe and they were building their own houses, it just makes me appreciate my ancestors more.
For sure, because in some cases they were buried, and since they were buried, we were walking on the ground that they were buried, and I feel like they replenish the stuff we see, the flowers we see, and it brings a deeper meaning to everything we see, basically. And that without them, it would be a completely different sight. I feel the oceans, it brings us together, it brings us stuff that connects us, basically.
Say like one word that represents a lasting impression you're going to take away from this trip. What would it be?
I would just only say stay open-minded.
Stay open-minded.
That's kind of hard.
I have 3 words: travel to history.
Travel to history.
Travel to history.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.